So, Maya, a merchant messages a supplier, gets a friendly reply in 5 minutes, sees great reviews and low prices, and they are ready to hit go. What is wrong with that?
What is wrong is that none of it proves the one thing that matters. A polished profile tells you a seller can market themselves. It does not tell you they will protect your brand or your customers. And the good news is you can filter most bad suppliers out in about 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Okay, so before we get to the how, why does this land on the merchant at all? If the supplier messes up, is that not the supplier's problem?
That is the trap people fall into. When a supplier ships late, sends the wrong item, or invents a tracking number, your customer does not chase a factory in another country. They dispute the charge with you. And legally, that is correct. Under the Federal Trade Commission's rules, the person who took the order is the seller.
So the responsibility is mine because I sold it.
Exactly. You have to ship within the time you promised, or within 30 days by default. And if you cannot, you have to tell the customer and offer them the choice to wait or cancel for a refund. A supplier's failure becomes your legal obligation.
And there's a money side too, right?
There is. Every chargeback in the United States carries a $15 fee on top of the refund. And here's the part that stings. If you accept the dispute, that fee is not returned. A cluster of disputes from one bad supplier is pure loss, plus the goodwill you burn. That is why 20 minutes of vetting is cheap insurance.
All right, I am convinced it matters. Where do I even start? There are so many places to find suppliers.
Right, and the key insight is that every channel comes with a different amount of vetting already built in. An open marketplace like AliExpress gives you the widest choice and the least screening. Directories pre-screen suppliers before they list them. Supplier network apps give you curated catalogs inside Shopify.
Where does Shopify Collective sit in all that?
Collective is the most curated of the bunch. It connects your store to vetted Shopify brands, and suppliers there may have to complete an identity verification and a selfie check. The trade-off is eligibility. It needs Shopify payments with active payouts and a supported country.
And if I want someone to do the vetting for me entirely?
That is a sourcing agent. They vet factories, inspect goods, and negotiate on your behalf, usually for a 5 to 10% commission. Great for custom or private label products you plan to scale. Overkill for a simple dropshipped item.
Okay, say I have picked a channel and I'm looking at a specific supplier. What do I look at before I even message them?
The profile leaks a surprising amount. A brand new empty account with no history, a catalog that jumps from phone cases to garden tools to skincare, prices that are dramatically below everyone else. Shopify's own guidance is blunt about that one. Unbelievable offers should not be trusted.
What else?
Only generic stock photos, reviews that look manufactured, 5 stars in a burst with no customer images, and anyone who pushes you to chat in off-platform payment before you have agreed on anything. One more, and it surprises people. A supplier that charges a monthly fee just to work with you. A legitimate supplier charges at most a small per-order processing fee.
So a lot of this you can catch before you say a word. What about the conversation itself?
The conversation is a live test of how they will behave when something goes wrong. Ask about processing time by destination. Ask for references. Ask about their return and defect policy. Ask how they handle a lost order. Ask if they offer blind shipping. You're listening for specific, consistent answers. Vague reassurance now is a preview of the silence you'll get when a customer's order breaks.
And I'm guessing there is one answer that ends the conversation immediately.
Payment. That is the fastest disqualifier of all. Escrow-style protections only work when the money moves through the platform. The moment a supplier insists on a wire transfer, crypto, or payment to some unknown personal account, you have lost the only mechanism that can claw your money back. That is a scam signature and a hard stop. Walk away.
Let's pick it up right there. The supplier passes the profile, passes the conversation, and they keep payment on platform. Am I safe to go?
Not yet. Now you move from signals to proof. First, verify the business is actually real. Get a registration or license number and check it against an official registry, not just a screenshot. For a Chinese supplier, that is the 18-character Unified Social Credit Code, which you can look up in the official registry.
What about those verified badges you see everywhere?
Treat a badge as one input, not a full vet. Alibaba's verified supplier badge means an independent third party inspected the company, which is genuinely useful, but it does not promise your specific order will be perfect. Stack it with your own checks. And do a reverse image search on their product photos to catch stolen listings and confirm the address is a real warehouse.
Then the real proof, the test orders.
This is the single most revealing step. Shopify's own advice is to always get samples before a large order. For dropshipping specifically, go further. Place 2 or 3 test orders to real addresses, a friend, a second location, so you see exactly what your customer will experience.
What am I measuring on those orders?
Processing time, how long from order to a real tracking number. Transit time, and this depends on location. Shopify notes a centrally located supplier in the United States reaches most customers in 2 to 3 days, while an East Coast supplier can take nearly a week to reach the West Coast. Then tracking accuracy, the packaging, the product quality against the listing, and how support responds when you open a ticket about a problem.
Quick tangent, does a domestic supplier actually ship that much faster than overseas?
Generally, yes. Domestic is measured in days. Overseas is measured in weeks, not days. That speed is often worth a higher unit cost. And to be clear, this is a dropshipping test protocol, not a bulk inspection. If you are buying inventory wholesale, that is a different discipline.
Okay, the supplier is proven. Before I scale up, what do I lock down?
Get the working terms in writing, because a handshake evaporates exactly when a dispute makes it matter. Returns alignment, a defect rate threshold, a processing time commitment, blind shipping, so nothing in the parcel redirects your customer to the source, who pays for reships, and product liability cover for anything that could injure someone.
And the price.
And the price. Confirm it still leaves a margin after fees, ads, and returns. A supplier can pass every check and still be a money-losing product if the math does not work.
So I have launched. Is vetting done?
No, and this is where a lot of people relax too early. A supplier that is great in the first month can slip a few months later. Watch a few metrics continuously: defect rate, response time, and tracking latency. And decide your kill criteria in advance, the point at which you switch, because deciding that when you are calm is far cheaper than deciding it mid-crisis.
You mentioned having a backup earlier.
It is the single most important habit. A single supplier is a single point of failure. They can go quiet for weeks, run out of stock during your best sales period, or let quality slide. Keep one backup supplier vetted and ready. Run through the same checklist, so switching is a swap, not a scramble.
If you had to compress the whole thing into one line, what is it?
Keep every payment on platform and prove delivery with real test orders before you scale. A great profile and a great price mean nothing until an order actually arrives. Run the same checks in the same order every time, and you catch the expensive mistakes while they are still cheap to avoid.
20 minutes up front to save yourself a very bad month.
That is the trade. Cheap insurance.